Hello, it's Matt. Welcome to Collaboration Coach. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a list in SharePoint from an Excel spreadsheet. This is perfect for those of you who have an existing spreadsheet and you want to import the data into SharePoint. And if you stick around to the end, I'll give you some tips on how to format your new list to make it look great, just like this one. Before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon because we don't want you to miss anything. So here we go. I have a spreadsheet here that has data and tables created in it. And you can see I have one table that shows me all the data, showing me the product sales that I've made. And then I have another table here showing me the list of top selling states. What I want to do is import the data into SharePoint so I can see the overall sales of my products and the rating for each of them. So as you know, we store data in SharePoint in lists. So let's go and create a new list. From my SharePoint site, to create a list based on a spreadsheet, I'll go to the settings wheel at the top right up here and choose Site Contents. Then I go to the New button and choose List. On the Create List page, I can see the From Excel button on the left-hand side. So I choose From Excel and then I type in the name of my list, and I'm just going to call this one Sales. I can also choose to add this list to the navigation, which displays on the left-hand side. And I'm going to keep that checked so it does. Next thing I need to do is tell SharePoint where my spreadsheet is. So I can either upload it from my computer or I can choose one that's already in SharePoint. So for this demonstration, I'm going to upload a file that I've got on my computer. So I hit the upload file button, browse to the file and select it. Mine's called Sales Data. It reads the spreadsheet and the data within it and then displays the tables and data so I can choose and customize how the data is imported. So you can see I can switch between the tables in the spreadsheet and it will display the data in different ways. The table I want to import is called Sales Data. So I choose the sales data and I see the columns and data in them. And then notice that SharePoint has decided what type of columns they all are. And if I want to, I can change the column types here. The most important column is the title column. In SharePoint, the title column is the one that you click on, and it's usually on the left-hand side. When I choose to import my spreadsheet, I can choose which column in the spreadsheet will be my title. In this case, SharePoint has chosen the year column as my title, but I actually want the product name to be the title column. So to change that, I come to the drop down above the product name column and choose title. This also changes the year column to a number, and I actually want that to be a single line of text because if it's a number in SharePoint, it's going to put a comma in it and I don't want that. When I'm happy with the data, I choose Create and that will create my SharePoint list. Sometimes this can take a while, particularly if the spreadsheet is very large. So once my data is imported, I can see it listed here in columns and rows, so far so good. But I can also make changes to the way it looks in SharePoint, and here's the few tips that I promised you on how to do that. For example, the sales column has numbers with lots of decimal places, and I want to simplify that by not allowing any decimal places. So to do that, I can go to the top of the sales column, choose the drop down, choose column settings, and then edit. On the edit column page on the right hand side here, I can choose number of decimal places drop down and then choose 0 and then save. Now the sales column is looking much better. So the other thing I want to do is turn my rating column into a percentage. So to do that, I just go to the top of the ratings column, choose the drop down, choose the column settings and then edit again. This time I'm going to check the show as percentage box and press save. Now my ratings column is shown as a percentage. I also want to see my ratings represented as data bars so I can easily see which product has the highest rating. To do that, I come to the top of the column again, choose column settings and this time format column. Then I select data bars and choose save. Now I can see my ratings represented as data columns. Okay, so that's how you import your Excel spreadsheet into SharePoint and format the columns so they look awesome. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.